What's up guys, Z here, and I'm going to tell you how to do the set dungeon for Monkey King's Garb. So the first thing you do is you're going to go to Act 4, and you're going to go to the Silver Spire Level 2, the same area that you would go to fight Diablo. So once you get to the Pinnacle of Heaven, go ahead and hop in, and if you go straight ahead, there's the Crystal Arc, which will take you to the Diablo fight. But if you're wearing all the pieces of gear, you walk to the left. And blam! There it is, the entrance. You're worthy to enter the set dungeon of the Monkey King's Garb. And basically, when you click on it, it'll tell you what you have to do. There's always two main objectives, and then also you have to complete everything in a certain time limit that they give you. Also, you cannot die. And also, the game difficulty has no effect on dungeon difficulty. So you can play this on normal or Tournament 13. It's going to be the same difficulty. So the objectives for the Monkey King's Garb are maintain your sweeping wind for the duration of the entire dungeon. You cannot let it fall off. Ways that it can fall off are if you run out of stacks using Wave of Light, which you're not really going to use that much except to mop up the dungeon. Or it won't refresh itself with Kayoshiro's soul if it doesn't have 1 second to refresh the stacks. So if you're trying to pull off the use your decoys to hit 20 different enemies in 6 seconds, it's pretty challenging, but it's not undoable. It took me, I would say like 5-6 runs to do this, to complete it. Whenever you run into a big group of enemies, your decoys will start exploding, but you only have 6 seconds to hit 20 different guys for it to count, and you have to do it 5 times. So it can be pretty challenging. But the thing is you don't want to just keep running into enemies, because if you don't give your sweeping stacks, you can see that they have a slight delay with 1 second and it starts ticking back down. So if I'm constantly hitting people, it won't have a chance to come back up, because it says right on the belt, it does not, it gains 2 stacks every second. It does not deal damage to any enemies. So basically what I would do is I would go into a pile and get everybody exploding, zip away, and then zip back into the pile. And that gives me that 1 second to refresh the sweeping wind stacks and not expire my sweeping wind, but also kill a lot of, or hit a lot of enemies with my decoy. So that's how I beat that part. And then maintaining sweeping wind is just, they go hand in hand. It's pretty easy. If you can get one, you can get the other. And then actually the biggest problem I had was not doing the first two, it was doing it all in the time limit, because you're trying really hard to pay attention to your sweeping wind to make sure it doesn't run out, and also you're trying to hit 20 enemies in 6 seconds every time the counter starts, and you end up missing an enemy. And I actually missed an enemy, and I had 1 enemy left in the whole dungeon, and I had everything done, and I ran out of time, and I was so pissed. But you don't really have to worry about dying unless your character's really, really weak for some reason. Because like the enemies in here, I can pretty much like one-shot anything in here, no problem at all. So as you can see, I finally completed the dungeon, and I was so excited. Even though it's not that difficult of a dungeon, to be honest. It gives you that warm, fuzzy feeling inside when you actually do it. Because with mastering a dungeon, you have to do everything all in one run. Like, you can't do some of it and then do some of it another run. If you want to master, not complete the dungeon, but master the dungeon, you have to do it all in one run. So it can be challenging in a way, but just be patient and stick with it, and you'll be able to do it. It is part of the seasonal challenges, actually, and that's what kind of brought it into light for me. I realized I had not done any mastery of dungeons for you guys yet, and I wanted to cover the Monkey King's Garb. And I hope you enjoyed, guys. I'll see you in the next video. Later.